the future is open, and we are all here to write part of that. It's not like we're repeating history. This is the whole new normal for all of us.
Networking. In pre-crisis times, this often means handing out as many business cards as possible, the many events you attend each year, and then staying in contact via the internet. In the current situation, it's obvious that the main part is not in the word networking, like staying in touch via the internet. It's much more the working part, from the supply chain to new business models. Without any good partner at their side, CEOs, CXOs, and of course entrepreneurs having a hard time surviving the crisis right now. But there are many opportunities in using a network the right way. And that's what we're talking about right now with Harald Neidhardt, founder of Innovation for Now and Future I.O. Welcome, Harald.
Hello, Sarah.
First of all, let us talk about the current situation in terms of networking, because I have the feeling that innovation hubs like the Silicon Valley or Tel Aviv, they're really good in networking. And in Europe, we often see that the people try to solve their problems on their own, and they're afraid of asking for help because they are afraid of losing their face. Is it really like that?
Well, I think, as you say, we have new versions of networking where the virtual world and being online is much more about the connectedness right now. I think we have seen this already since a couple of years, and now there's sort of this catalyst that it's the only option. We cannot travel somewhere. We cannot rely on some of the serendipity we have in, larger events, but much rather say, okay, who are the people already in my network? Who are people I can reach through my community, my tribe? And how do I effectively take the networking into the next level so that we can, achieve results as well?
It always sounds good when we say we can do everything if we do it together. That sounds really great. But talking about the business world, it really has to be an opportunity for me to work together with other CXOs or with another company. So maybe let's do a little opportunity experiment. What 3 opportunities do you have in mind when you think about using a network the right way?
I think right now you have to think about, first of all, who are the right people? So how big is my network? Who are the quality people I can address? What is the inner circle I want to see and connect with? Then what's maybe the purpose? Is it that I reach out for new opportunities for, work or new business? Or is it something I want to learn? Or is it something I want to collaborate with? So what's the purpose? I think we have to define this. And thirdly, possibly, okay, if I make this network happen, can I, start from insights and learning? There's a couple of sessions now every day, new, online formats. But what is specifically my need? Define this, and then really go seek to the right offers. So I think it's much more about the quality of the audience and not necessarily about the quantity of the impact.
Right now, there are different situations, and a lot of companies have the big situation, the big issue that they have, to be honest, literally just to survive. This is one case where you have to survive. The other one is that you have to keep your business running. And the other one is that you want to create an opportunity out of this crisis. So what kind of advices can you give the people when they're in situation A, B, and C to find the right partners for their networking part?
I think you have to start with sort of a vision. You have to start about, okay, with all of the insecurity we know right now, where do I want to be in 2 years from now or 3 years from now outside of the survival mode? You have to recognize that there is some survival mode, but what is in a perfect world with everything I know now? You have to come up with a future scenario basically for myself, for my company or my team, my product line. And then say, okay, if this is under the given circumstances, maybe travel is not possible in the old, we know it from the old times for the next 2 years. Okay, what are maybe virtual formats? What is other ways how I can get online? Whether I'm a retailer, I want to sell online. I think we have to acknowledge first the situation, and then start with let's say with a vision, and then take back from that and say, what are the first 2 or 3 steps I can take towards that vision?
But how do I find the right partner? Which aspects are important when I try to choose a partner for my vision? Maybe I've created it, but then how can I find the right partner?
I think that is, you have to start sharing. I think that's what you alluded to maybe the situation in the US, where we know a lot of people share their ideas, what they're working on. And I think that's something we can do on the online formats. LinkedIn, for example, and say, hey, here's an idea, here's an article I like. And then you ask questions for the people you already know. And then there's always 1 or 2 people who might be active. And then you go into a conversation, and then from my experience, it always leads to, one person knows the other, and within 1 or 2 or 3, let's say, steps of separation, you have maybe an expert you can directly talk to, and or a supplier or a partner or a potential customer, which maybe has exactly the same question. I mean, that's how we work. And there's a little bit of serendipity, but I think if serendipity strikes the prepared mind, so if you kind of get out there with an idea, as well as sort of share your direction, maybe not your real secret, then I think you will attract, the people who can help you along this path towards your next result.
Yeah, that's easy said from your point of view, because you have a huge network that was the core of your business, or still is the core of your business. But for all those who haven't put in much energy yet in social networking, like you said, the LinkedIn platform, for example, how can they start to create a community and to enlarge their network in a digital way?
Well, I think then this is the time to get out your shoeboxes with all the business cards and see if people are still there. Start with the first 10, where you say, these people are still, in their company. I like them. They seem to be in my area of expertise, and I maybe not yet connected with them on LinkedIn. Get the first 10, get the next 100, and then start to communicate and build your online profile so that you have, people know what you like you have to publish some articles and get your online persona, so that you have to start it somewhere.
As I mentioned before, your core of your business is networking. And to be honest, it was like face-to-face networking. You did all the MLOF events where CXOs were coming together and debating about important and relevant topics. You're always talking about sharing. Maybe you can share some experiences. How do you right now handle the situation? Do you start from the scratch, or what do you do with your business? Because events are not taking place right now. So there's the core of your business is not there anymore.
Yes, as you say, so the core of the business, but also the core of my inspiration. I went to 50 plus events a year, similar to you. You might probably 100, but it's out of these serendipitous moments that new things occur. So right now, as you say, yes, Future.io, we have an executive program planned for the second half of the year. And for the beginning now, we have to start a new online format. So we're starting a lounge where we invite some of our networking CXOs, but very small, less than 50 people, and then try to give them a place and a community where they can meet and exchange ideas, and basically also start working and collaborating into this online format. Nobody is an expert right now, so I think we all can do learnings, and once you have the first steps, you get more secure, and then again, traction starts, and you can attract the first 5 people who love it, give you some tips, you can be better. And then out of that, we have to create also business opportunities, as well as partnering opportunities for our community. The future is open, and we are all here to write part of that. It's not like we're repeating history. This is a whole new normal for all of us.
So it's obvious that you really have a passion for networking. And at the end of the interview, I want to ask you something about the future. I know your topic is innovation for now, but if you want to innovate something right now, it's good to know what is upcoming in the future. Let's talk about the networking thing. What is a big trend in your opinion, or what do you think is upcoming next in terms of networking?
I think one of the things we have to concentrate now is where's the opportunity, the format right now where you can learn. and focus on that. Then where is the networking part where I could meet new people or reinforce my network and focus on that? And then the other part is, okay, how do I start to collaborate? For example, it's no longer good to have a 2-hour or 2-day Zoom workshop or conference. That is exhausting for everybody. I'd rather is probably an hour a day over a period of time, and then it becomes more a learning expedition, maybe a course and so on. That's kind of the direction we're looking into. So if you look at networking just for meeting people, that's probably LinkedIn, and then start with smaller groups rather than events of 2,000, because that will be possible that it was in your town, or when we travel again, you meet these people. But right now, everything is online. Focus on that.
Yes, and of course, networks are not just one direction. It's about communicating with the community, and that's what we want to do right now. So which issues do you have with networking? Just write a comment below this video, or just write us an email. And if you got any questions, you can write us as well. We're looking forward to hearing from you. And from my perspective, I learned a lot. So thank you so much, Harald. And yeah, stay healthy and see you next time, hopefully in real life.